Hello everybody, it's Alabama Deep, and we're shooting another video here. As you can tell, I have a new camera. I've had a couple complaints from a couple people who just couldn't say anything nice at all, but instead of not saying anything, they decided to say a whole lot, and I didn't buy all this because of them, but, you know, I needed a new cell phone anyway. So I got the Samsung A13 5G, and that's what I'm using to shoot my videos with. Today I am wearing my 1950s Rolex Precision. It is powered by 1210 Rolex movement. And this is one of the very first Rolexes I actually built. Back when I first started doing my videos, that anyone could own a real Rolex. Yes, you can. And indeed, all you have to do is go no further than looking on eBay. And it's a extremely cool watch. I love it to death. I think it's going to be my daily wear. I just love it to death. So, what are we going to be doing in future videos now that I have a new camera? I have new lighting sources, which I'm not using right now, obviously. I have all new watch tools, equipment, etc., etc. Yeah, this boy's been busy. So, what are we going to be doing? Well, we have several projects, as you can tell in my little bin here. And let's go ahead and let's zoom in. We have here, as you see, it is a functioning Tudor. I got a honey of a deal on this Tudor. This Tudor was $200 for the movement, dial, and what you see here. Yeah, for sure it's seen better days. And I know it just stopped, but that is simply because the watch has not been wound. I wind it back up, and it's going again. Now that doesn't mean this watch is running good, but we will see for ourselves when the time comes. And for right now, we just have the movement tossed into this stainless steel oyster case that's aftermarket, but nonetheless it's a nice oyster case. I decided to opt to go for the glass back because I want people to see that it's a Tudor. I want to be able to take it off the wrist and go, yes, I built this. This is a Tudor watch, and I'm very proud of it. Now, this movement's probably from the 50s, maybe the 40s, but probably more around the 50s or 60s. I'm not 100% sure. But I decided to go with the riveted bracelets to give it more of a vintage look for what the dial and the movement actually is. And I will be replacing that crown with a Rolex crown. I have new hands for it. I'm going to keep the original hand that's on it right now for the seconds and for the hours, most definitely, and just have to add the additional hand there. Now, I have noticed that there's no lume on this hand. We can zoom in on it, and you can most definitely tell that there is no lume. I will be reluming that. We'll be taking care of that. So, I have this project. We will be doing this. And here's the rest of that project, the other part of the bracelet. Now, what else do I have in my goodie bag? Well, we have some movement here. Now, this came out of a Benris 3-star. If I am not mistaken, it is a 2451 automatic movement. And I have a couple of those. And I have some other movements as well. ETA that we will be using as well for other projects. So let me move these movements out of the way and I'll show you what else we have in here. there was a good deal on eBay with these cases. Now, understandably, we all know that I can't afford the actual Rolex case, but I was able to get these aftermarket cases with the actual crown with the Rolex logo on it. So I do have some of those. These cases were incredibly cheap. They're up to par. They're in good condition. I just couldn't pass. Now let's zoom in on these hands, because I think this is what I'm going to use on my Tudor. It's very close, very, very close to the other. So I will be replacing it with one of these. I have other such pieces. This is for 3135 or 3130 movement. Now this is interesting. This is going to be another build that I have coming up, and that is a old new stock Rolex dial. We will zoom in on that so I can show it to you. It is a Rolex Air King dial. Now this dial was a pretty penny because it is in fact old new stock, has not been touched by human hands up until I decided to play with it. And it's going into a 18 karat gold Rolex case that I have here. So that's going to be one more build that I will be doing. And then we have some stragglers. We have some other cases here. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, per se. But, yeah, I got all types of little hands in here. And then I have another Rolex case here that we're going to be doing lots and lots of things with. So I'm going to go ahead and put it all back in here. Something I have seen, and I got all these little steel bracelets that I'm putting on my watch, little riveted bracelets and oyster bait bracelets and Jubilee and etc. bracelets. I wanted to swap it up a little bit. I mean, I truly do, because I'm getting a little bit tired of these metal bracelets, except for the riveted one. That's very new to me, so that's perfectly fine. I have bought off of eBay an Oyster Flex. Now, I wonder if I can zoom in on that in great detail. Yes, you can see Rolex there, Oyster Flex. Of course, we know this is not a genuine Oyster Flex, but it's made similar. It was a good deal on eBay. I paid right around $15 for it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I have this in the event that I want to adjust it. It has the adjustments on it for sure. It should say Oyster Flex on it. Yes, sir, it does. So I was able to get a good deal on that. Like I said, $15 on eBay. Hey, you can't beat it, can you? But okay, those are some of the videos that's going to be coming up in some of the builds that I'm going to be doing. I cannot wait to do so, because I have quite a few watches to do. But I thought I would just update everyone on my new cameras, on my new tools, my new lighting, and my new projects coming up. And much like we brought this Rolex Precision 6222 back from the grave and running again, we will be doing the same with other vintage pieces as I bring them in. So this is Alabama Deep. Guys, stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let's talk watches.